Has since released singles, with the recent one being UMLILO, and she joins me now in studio to tell us more about her musical journey. Very good morning to you, young lady, and welcome.
Morning. Thank you for having me.
Great
So
stuff.
excited.
I can imagine. Great to have you with us. Now, you are sort of a product of a reality music competition. Take us through that journey and how it has sort of shaped your career till this far.
People get really nervous about the idea of actually singing in front of hundreds or even thousands of people, but for me, that's what drives me, because music started from a very young age, and you get to a point where you're tired of singing in front of a mirror anymore now and holding your hairbrush, and you just want to share your passion with the rest of the world. So that's why I took that step, and I entered The Voice SA Season 2 last year. I went as far as top 16. So it's not about who wins or who takes the first prize. Honestly,
everybody wins, basically.
Yes, that competition molded me, and luckily enough, I was recognized by music industry experts, and I started hitting the studio as soon as I left the competition, and I released my debut single in December, which was very exciting.
Okay.
And it was the light at the end of the tunnel, I would say, because when I left the competition, I thought, oh no, is it the end of the world, really?
Right.
Because it gets more personal as you progress through every stage of the competition.
Sure.
But now, look at me.
Look at you. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm following my dreams slowly but surely.
And that dream led to the birth of two singles, with the recent one being UMLILO. Take us through that. What inspired you to release this particular single?
So, as I was saying, it might seem as if it's easy for some people who enter competitions or who want to follow certain career paths, but particularly the entertainment industry, it can be very challenging. You do get some people that will reject you along the way, and you might be discouraged. So you still have that fire inside of you that ignites you to propel and to do even better. So it's more of a self-actualization moment for me, and to motivate myself to actually get up even when things feel like, you know, they're sliding downwards.
Right. And being a new cat in the industry, what sort of challenges have you experienced? I mean, it can be a very cruel industry with some people, some talented people quitting it. So how have you found it so far, and what kind of challenges have you encountered?
Yeah, so every time I'd hit the studio and I'd be like, oh, this is the one, this is the song, you know, we could release it in a few weeks. But then I still have, I don't know if it's doubt or whatever, because there's already bigger artists than me already, and I feel like I feel smaller, because what if only a few people are gonna love my sound, and people are already used to a certain huge artist that is already there. So it's those kind of things. But then again, you know,
it's very important knowing your worth, because you need to tell yourself you are you and nobody else can be you, and you know, you're not any lesser and you're not any smaller. You're just a force to be reckoned with in your own right. Now, how do you define your sound or your music?
So my mother tongue is Xhosa, and I'm also fluent in English. So I like to mix the two elements. So I was influenced by a lot of R&B and soul growing up. And nowadays we have Afro pop stars like Zonke, Lyra, Amanda Black that also inspire me. So I would say I'm in between those two, basically. Yeah.
And I believe you've had a taste of the international market. I understand you've performed in Europe.
Yes, that was...
How did that come about? Talk us through that.
That was in 2011, so I was in the school choir. And then we had the opportunity to tour to Europe. So we went to this other music festival in Salzburg. We performed there. It was a very weird setting, because they were not, I think they were not used to seeing a lot of South Africans all at once. So, but it was very exciting. We learned a lot about that culture, and that's when I knew I could actually stand in front of people that I've never met and still be able to sing as passionately as I do when I'm alone. Yeah.
So who's your producer? Who have you worked with?
I've worked with Kim Osabe. He is very talented singer, songwriter as well, and producer. So we've been working since I worked on my first single, which is Umama, that I released in December last year. He's very talented. He's also Xhosa, so he understands me quite well, and I think that's how he manages to produce such great songs for me as well. Yeah.
So any plans for a full album? When can you expect it?
I'm sure down the line this year, but for now I wanted to release a few singles just to introduce myself to the market and to South Africans. I mean, there's no rush, honestly, but I would really love to release my debut album maybe before the end of this year, or an EP, yes.
All right. So where do we get hold of your single?
It's available on all digital platforms. Deezer, Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play Music, and YouTube. I have uploaded audio clips there as well.
All right. Now we hope to see you before the end of this year to introduce your new album. All right.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for chatting to us.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Cool stuff. That's singer and songwriter Zikhona Gqamana speaking to us about her musical career as well as her latest single, UMLILO. All right. Let's go for an ad break now.